Players that have broken the rules in the NFL. The National Football League (NFL) players are one of the strongest, fastest, and calculative athletes on planet Earth. These players get heavily rewarded for the value they bring to the table. And so, there is always the hunger to do more and be recognized. However, these talents in the NFL League have made some mistakes, which has led to the violation of the NFL rules. So, on today's episode, we will be checking out the players that have broken the rules in the NFL. Are you excited? Be sure to like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications to get more video content from us. Done? Alright, let's get right into it. Odell Beckham Jr. Sticky Gloves. The Cleveland Browns' world-class receiver Odell Beckham is well known for his astonishing catching skills. However, in the year 2014, he violated a rule in NFL, and this led to his career being questioned. So, how exactly did this play out? During one of his games in 2014, he was caught using what we know as sticky gloves. No one would have noticed this if not for his infamous catch during the game, which proved to be quite impossible. The sticky gloves proves to be an advantage for NFL players because it affords much more grip on the ball during games. This advantage surely does make a difference, just like it did with Beckham's catch in the year 2014. The incredible advantage was observed when Odell was still playing for the Giants and they were to face the Cowboys at MetLife Stadium. Odell caught an unbelievably deep throw from Elo Manning, and do you know how he caught it? He caught the ball with only his 2 fingers. The ball came from a far distance, but Odell was able to reach all the way back and get a hold of it. Isn't that incredible? Initially, most football fans were dazed, but they just had to praise him for his calculative move. It was at this moment that some players and fans realized the gloves Odell wore enhanced his catching abilities. After the game, the MIT Sports Lab gave a detailed analysis of the components of the gloves. According to the report, the kind of gloves Odell used had polymer. In addition, the polymer is said to be about 20% more stickier than a human hand. So in essence, the glove definitely helped him with the one-handed catch. Although the gloves do make the game of football sweet and appear seamless, it is illegal. The NFL League's uniform code says that adhesive or slippery substance on the body, equipment, or uniform of any player are prohibited. Odell, in response to the NFL's violation accusation, claimed catching a ball with one hand had become a lifestyle for him. In his own words, "It's been something I've been doing since college. We would every day go out and catch a ball. One hand. Every day in practice, we try and catch with one hand." As terrible as it sounds, Odell isn't the only athlete guilty of this charge. Exactly the next year, this violation was witnessed in the college level as well. One Penn State receiver one-handedly caught a ball on an Ohio State defender. Odell Beckham Jr. Watch accessory. Odell Beckham is definitely a rule breaker. If you don't agree with this, his violation records will prove you wrong. Surprisingly, the issue he had with wearing sticky gloves in an NFL game isn't even the first time he went against laid-down guidelines. Shortly after he was traded from the Giants to the Cleveland Browns, Odell was lambasted for wearing a watch. On several occasions, he had been seen with a Richard Mille watch, which costs about $350,000 during warm-ups and NFL games. This is actually not allowed among teammates, and he ended up breaking the league rules regarding wearing hard accessories during league games. Aside all the backlash, he made a record of being the NFL player to wear the most expensive piece of equipment in the game. Warren Sapp couldn't help but make his own comment about the whole brouhaha. He's quoted as saying, "You can't wear a $350,000 watch and play like a $2 bill." Damn, that hit hard. In response to Warren's snide comment, Odell declared, "If it's not this, it's something else. If it wasn't the watch, it would have been the way I tied my shoes." Now that's playing the victim card. Anyway, he was made to pay a fine, yet he still violated this same rule 2 weeks later. At some point, he succumbed to this rule as he was seen to leave the watch behind in the locker room after much thought. Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown had quite a contentious NFL career. His story is a sad experience. He went from being one of the highly sought-after receivers in the league to being jobless and resorting to just any kind of opportunity he could lay his hands on. His offense was very simple, but costly. Yeah, it cost him his career. Without further ado, this is what transpired in the course of his journey. The NFL League decided to change the manner in which they designed their helmets so as to try and curb concussions. However, Brown got across to the NFL officials and his own team to inform them that he would be using his own helmet. He intently stated that their opinion did not matter and he wouldn't take no for an answer. According to him, the new helmet blocked his vision. After the rule was made, all the other players quickly followed suit and adjusted to the new change. But Brown just wouldn't adjust. Why does his own case have to be different? Antonio went all the way to find a different regulation helmet that suited him. His uncompromising attitude made the Raiders to drop him. Then he was picked up by the Patriots. After some time, even the Patriots had to face the tough decision of letting Brown off the team. Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers have a very clean record of strict adherence to NFL rules, except for this widely known flaw. In the year 2012, the LA Chargers were caught doing something that tarnished the credibility of their brand while facing the Broncos in the week. Everything appeared to be normal until after the game ended. Apparently, the team refused to turn in their towels, which felt strange. Little did we know that they were hiding a crime. After several back and forth, they turned their towels in, but the referees found stickum. The stickum is a tar-like substance that was banned from the NFL games. Why is this so? To achieve fairness in games, it had to be banned because stickums make things, sticky, and so it gives receivers an advantage when going for passes. The team was charged a fine of about $20,000 for refusing to hand over their towels immediately, and also for making use of the stickum substance. It's like the Chargers felt triggered as they went on to appeal the ruling and release a statement which stated that their staff member was unaware about the stickum. Could this be a mix-up? The appeal didn't stand though, and the staff member who attempted to hide the towels ended up being fired. New England Patriots. Although the New England Patriots have become one of the most dominating teams throughout NFL history, they had their fair share of public debate. This infamous controversy can be traced back to the year 2007, where they came under fire. There had been reports that Bill had authorized one of his staff members to film the Jets' defense singles from an on-field location. This was a stellar violation of the NFL rules, and so they sprung into action. The NFL seized the camera, which was used to film during the game, and the Jets. As a result of the violation, Bill Belichick was charged, and he had to report to the NFL security. To ascertain how grave his crime was, he had to pay a fine of about $500,000 for the incident he caused. The fine of $500,000 was one of the largest fines ever given out in the history of NFL. To crown it all, the New England Patriots themselves were made to pay a fine of about $250,000. They were also deprived of their first-round draft selection in the then upcoming draft. Belichick released a statement and apologized to those who were affected through his actions, especially the players and staffs. He even reached out to Roger Goodell after the brouhaha had reduced. He definitely learned his lesson. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Finally, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any juicy video content. See you next time!